Hello, everyone. Thanks for dropping in. This edition of FlowState was met with a technical issue toward the 55-minute mark. Please enjoy up until then, and unfortunately, the episode ends abruptly. Hope to see everyone on Thursday live. Check out the show notes for more information. Enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to FlowState. I hope you have had an incredible week. Some exciting developments. We're going to kick this episode off by providing an update on what's been going on and looking to change the structure slightly of my flow, my content rhythm, and see how you vibe with it, and we'll just take it from there. So let me do So let's start off by saying this focus, scratch that, take two. The focus of this episode is going to be about vitality. We are flowing through, look, this is a work in progress, right? I started this project about a year ago now, or at least that's what YouTube says. But I didn't really start ramping things up until about 6 months ago. And I've been really enjoying sorry, this thing is all fucked up here. All right, okay, cool. I've been really enjoying the flow so far, and the biggest shift in my focus has been how I'm structuring my weekly content rhythm. So the curriculum I'm teaching is the Growth Blueprint. As you know, it's available, or you may or may not know, it's available as a course, a standalone course, self-led. And it is the basis for my one-on-one coaching as well. So something that we address in the 12-week coaching program are all of the fundamentals within the Growth Blueprint. This is the curriculum of which we all could use a little bump in, including myself. It's a daily practice, ongoing practice that elevates the human experience for myself, for you, for the world. And there are 8 pillars to the Growth Blueprint, and there are 6 core pillars to the Growth Blueprint. So pillar number 1 is assessment and readiness. Getting clarity on where you are, not based on delusion, not based on anything else other than taking stock of reality and bringing us down to earth. Whether you think you have clarity, or you're lacking clarity, or you feel pretty good about your current life situation, this is where we start. And there are a few exercises that we go through within the assessment and readiness course. And the outcome of that is a deep sense of clarity with regards to your inner ecosystem, your personal development, your career, your relationships, and your health. And there are other modalities that are in that course as well. Then we move on to what I describe as the foundational pillar of the Growth Blueprint, which is vitality. And that's the week that we're in right now. It ends with optimization and refinement, but the 8th pillar is commencement, how to then integrate everything that we've learned into a daily practice, which is different than optimization and refinement. The coursework guides you, creates momentum, deepens your sense of clarity, alignment, You have a clear vision for the future, where you're going, what you're doing, how you're living with intention. And we cycle back. That's the thing about personal development. It never ends. It ends when you die. And once you get clear on this, you realize what a privilege it is to engage in personal development. Something striving towards something really, really large. You know, it's like, it's so big you can't even wrap your head around it. And that's an important abstract concept to be working towards, because the enjoyment of life is lost in the details of the mundane. And when we can get a deep sense of clarity and purpose and alignment, all of the little details kind of twinkle and sparkle. So the structure moving forward is every week we focus on one pillar of the growth blueprint, and it is a rolling 8-week cycle. There's so much material and education to work through that if you drop in to the same focus week after week, it's going to be different. We're going to be addressing and leveraging different modalities within each course for your benefit. The FlowState podcast is essentially launching the week's curriculum. So our focus is vitality. And we gather on Thursday to do live training and coaching of that week's topic. So the difference before was that I published everything on Sunday, but I realized Sunday to Thursday doesn't give you much time for analysis and doing the work. So I've restructured everything, and it seems so obvious now, but Friday is when I'm going to be dropping the FlowState podcast, the newsletter, the explainer video, and essentially using it as a springboard to launch the next week's curriculum, right? And culminating on Thursday for our live training and coaching session. If you're not already signed up to Everyday Action, it's our private community. At the time of this recording, it's free. This will change, so I would encourage you to lock it in, take advantage of this. All it requires is your name and email, and you can join us every week on Thursday for training and group coaching. That's the big update. That is the new structure. I think it's going to flow much better than it was before. It gives me more time to focus on providing better training for you, and it locks me into a better rhythm that I can then leverage to create more impactful content, which is the point of everything that I'm working towards, is better and better mastery of the curriculum that I've laid out, training and coaching. Yesterday's session was fantastic. And so it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. GMT on Thursday. As I said, it's free for now. All it requires is you joining Everyday Action, which is our private community. And this will be a paid offer eventually. So it'll be a subscription-based model for people. And the value is there. The value is already there, dropping into the live training and coaching every week, where you get an opportunity to, in a group setting, get coached on that topic that we're talking about. So let's get into it. Vitality! I fucking love this one so much because it is truly the greatest privilege that any human can engage in, and that is looking after their body and mind with intention, not just some kind of afterthought like I'll go for a casual jog on this Monday evening or whatever. It's about having a system, it's about being intentional, having thought about what your goals are with regards to vitality, appropriate allocation of time for rest and recovery, doing some research and educating yourself, into nutrition, how the food we eat impacts our body, our mood, the sleep that we're getting or lack of sleep. All of these things need to be addressed, need to be considered for optimal living. It's not good enough to have a haphazard approach to it. It really needs to be something that you consider deeply. You get one shot at life, and the idea of squandering it in a suboptimal way is absurd. And it's not to say that you can't enjoy life, you can't get fucked up if you want to, if that's your thing, and you can't eat junk food or whatever. It's none of that, okay? I don't care what you do. It's your life. What I do care about is ensuring that there is clarity in your actions, that you are choosing consciously, not as a unconscious reaction to circumstance that is pushing you in a direction that you are not necessarily stable enough to be pushed into. And so the topic today is all about how to leverage the idea of vitality and incorporate it into your life as a daily practice so that it doesn't feel like a burden to you. It feels more like a deepening of one's self and purpose linked to momentum and progress. We're going to get to core values next week and mindset the week after, time management, prioritization after that, aligned actions, setting our goals, and then optimization and refinement, and then commencement, right? We just finished this 8-week cycle, and yesterday was the first live session of our new cycle, which was getting clarity on where we stand currently. And yesterday's training focused on our inner ecosystem. Whew. So bringing it back to vitality. What I'm doing now is all about vitality. I couldn't live the life I live if I wasn't focused on my vitality as a basis of operation. It's like I want to be energized. I want to be thoughtful about the food I eat. I want to be thoughtful about the sleep that I get that recharges my body. I want to feel fucking powerful and strong because it is the vehicle within me that I can then leverage to create more momentum, connect with you all in a deep and profound way that helps move the needle forward in a meaningful way for you, so that you can enrich your life and then have a greater impact on the world around you, right? There's a massive ripple effect to the work that we all are engaged in. Personal development is not a selfish act. It is one grounded in love and one that is radiating outward. It's not about the individual, it's about the collective. The power that that has is so profound, and it's contagious. When you are focused on enriching your life through non-selfish terms, you directly impact the lives of others through generosity, through a pure, authentic vessel for service. An inauthentic vessel for service would be doing something and expecting something in return. Something authentic and genuine, selfless, looking to serve others, create abundance in terms of the energy that you're emitting. That's real power. That's taking responsibility for your actions, your thoughts. That's shifting from me to a collective energy and output. This is pure magic. And if you find yourself in a situation where people are dependent on you, if you find yourself in a situation where you are outgoing and are taking care of other people, this is vital. This is so important to get right. Because all of your efforts to support other people are going to be squandered by your inability to connect more deeply within yourself and to use that as a catalyst to expand your growth. It's a daily practice. It's one that requires constant reflection, one that requires constant dedication, one that is about connecting yourself to serving others. That's what it's about. Oof. Not only am I recording this podcast today, but it's gym day. Oh, I fucking love gym day. It's good. Walking up this hill is a motherfucker, but it's a great pre-workout, that's for sure. So, vitality, 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 vitality. Vitality is not about having a six-pack. It's not about, looking a certain way. It's about leveraging the concept of creating energy within you to be able to do everything that you want to do on a daily basis. It's about connecting with yourself in a way that considers all variables, meaning nutrition, recovery, physical fitness, relationships, to create an abundant life force that you yourself are in control of. You are your power plant. No one has the capacity to create or deplete your energy reserves. You do. It's your responsibility, your actions, your commitment to leveraging the energy that you create within you. You are your own power plant. You are your source of energy. You're the untapped oil below the ground. You are the extraction mechanism. You are the refinery. You are the gas station. You are the Ferrari. You are everything. You have everything you need inside of you. Your mind, your analytical compute power that you can use to create and optimize systems that leverage your physical expression to be able to be in alignment, to make good and sound choices that are going to fuel you, create that energy within. It's like, it just occurred to me, the analogy of you got to make money, you got to spend money to make money. It's applicable here. You need to move your body in order to manifest the new energy within. You got to spend energy to get energy. If you're sedentary all day and you're eating whatever it is that you're eating, you could even be eating super clean, okay? It works both ways. Whether you're eating dirty food or clean food, if you're sedentary all day, your body is not functioning in an optimal state. I forget which study this information that I'm going to provide to you came from, but it basically says that there is a misconception with regards to focus and energy output, where the conventional thinking is grind for 5 hours, be super focused, and the output of that will be greater than you working for a couple of hours and then context switching and then doing different things. Well, I'm going to take it a step further and reference what the study says, which is that in order for you to be as effective as you can possibly be, let's say you've dedicated 5 hours to one particular project, only work in about 1 hour or 45 to 50, 60 minute increments of time before moving your body for about 5 to 10 minutes. Standing up, doing a few body weight squats, push-ups, walking around the block, walking around the building, going up and down a few flights of stairs in the building in which you work, or go outside, do something. Don't get on your fucking phone. Don't check your email. This is not that. This is your vitality snack. You get up, you stand up, you move your body. You get up, stand up, you move your body. However you want to do it. A few yoga moves, a couple of jumping jacks, whatever. It needs to happen every hour without fail. If you want to maintain that flow of energy and the output that you're looking for, right? If you do not move your body, you will be in a suboptimal position for your work, for your relationships. Your psychology will be affected. It's something that takes practice. It's something that you have to be mindful of. It's something that needs to exist in the forefront of your mind. It cannot be an afterthought. This is not an afterthought. This is a structure in which you can leverage to plan your day around your peaks and valleys of energy. Understanding nutrition and when you're eating your food, when you're not eating your food. This is vital to sustaining the balance of hormones, insulin production, the way you feel. Everything is connected. Everything is interconnected. It's essentially one thing. If you don't move your body, it affects your sleep. If you don't sleep well, you feel like shit. Your hormones get all whacked. You're irritable. It's the same thing when you haven't eaten for a while and you're really, really hungry, where you're desperately hungry. Giving deep attention to prioritizing nutrition, getting on an evening routine that supports sleep in a optimal way is only going to serve your interest tomorrow. And if you've been following along with me, you know how focused I am on future you work. So much of what we do here is about the present moment and about our actions in the present moment linking to future events. Because at the end of the day, this is all we have. We only have what's right in front of us, but our actions are correlated to a future event of state, current emotional state, linking to linking to a future emotional state. Ooh, look at the big crabs. You don't normally see them that big. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bunch of small ones over here. Tiny, tiny crabs. So, let's talk about nutrition. Let's talk about taking our daily actions and creating awareness around how to leverage what we are putting in our body. And the purpose of this is to amplify our capacity to create. I think there are many different purposes to life, quote unquote. One of those for me is the process of creation. Humans create. We fucking built this world that we are living in. The good, the bad, the ugly, the whole fucking deal. We made it. It didn't just poof show up one day. It's not like fucking McDonald's just showed up on every corner of everywhere in the fucking world. Like yesterday there were none and today they're everywhere. That didn't happen. It took years of creation. Just like anything. I use the McDonald's as an example just because it's fucking everywhere. Or, you know, any brand that you happen to like, it just doesn't really matter what it is, okay? It's like, we're looking at a high level concept, is that humans create. Humans create. Humans are moving things with momentum, and whether you agree with what is happening or not, it doesn't matter. That's not really up for debate. Okay, the output, the politics, the good, that's good, or this is bad, that's really just a bunch of distraction for the purposes of our conversation today. So if we're looking at, oh fuck. Oh, that's crazy. I thought I saw a dolphin or a whale or something, but it was it's a human. It's a human that looks like a dolphin. Way the fuck out there. They're fishing. So I just totally lost because the thing is that there are dolphins and whales and all kinds of madness swimming out here. It's really quite awesome. I don't see them that often, but every once in a while I do. The last time I was in a little town just, I don't know, like kilometer from here, mile or whatever, and there was about 7 dolphins swimming. It was really cool. So anyways, creating and moving time, moving energy forward, that's what we do. We fucking build shit, we destroy shit, we make new people, and it's like the momentum and the energy that we're creating, right? It's one of the meanings of our existence, of just this need for survival and creation, right? It's beyond just surviving at this point. Right, it's kind of, we've gone past just survival with the caveman and the fire and all this. So we've moved past eating for survival, and we've entered into a new frame of thinking about optimal living. And nutrition is part of that structure, along with movement and recovery. So let's talk about nutrition and what we can do to set ourselves up for success so we don't succumb to our biology and then go down the wrong path. There are a few practices that I think are really beneficial, and it's not going to resonate with everyone. But within these different modalities and ideas of how we can work towards taking better care of our bodies by fueling our body and our system with clean food is more of a philosophical approach to life. Just like everything that we talk about here, it's a lifestyle. The embodiment of a certain lifestyle that reflects the individual's core values based on a drive to create as much energy as possible so that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if this is your first time dropping in, I really appreciate you being here. Please take a moment, look at the show notes. If it speaks to you, please sign up for Everyday Action. It's our private community where we go live every week. And if you've gotten value from this, I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, and sharing of this content with someone close to you in your life that you think will benefit from it. You should be intentionally moving your body at a minimum 3 times a week. A focused 1 hour block of time at the absolute minimum. You will feel 1,000,000 times better than you do today. After the adaptation period, you're gonna feel like shit for a little bit of time. There's no escaping it. Your body's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to a what? You're going to a gym? And you're gonna be all fucking pumped up. You're gonna go in there, you don't know what the fuck's going on. Maybe you've watched some YouTube videos and you're like, ah, let's fucking go. And then you start moving some weight around and you're like, oh, this is good. But maybe you did a little too much, and then the next day your body's just like, hey, fuck you. You're gonna be sore for a week. And taking things really slow, having a long-term view of every action is important. We're not here for a sprint. We're here to redefine our life, create a lifestyle around a framework. So I'm looking at things in terms of years, not days and weeks, years. Chunks of massive amount of time, because it's about enjoying as much as possible. And there's going to be ups and downs to this whole thing, right? You're not going to be like, it's not a sustainable model to go fucking so hardcore that you destroy your body and you don't have the resilience to recover from it, and then all of a sudden when you are getting ready to go to the gym, there's like a little fucking inside, like you're all feeling a little sore, you know, I'm a little tired, I'm a little beat up, and then maybe you don't go, and then oh man, maybe I'll just chill out and like smoke a joint, and I feel a little lazy today, you know. No. That's a recipe for failure. A recipe for success is slow and steady. Ramping up intensity as you have acclimated. You wouldn't fucking go to the top of Everest in one shot. Your head would explode. It's like, not even Sherpas do that, okay? Not going from zero to the fucking top. You gotta acclimate. You gotta get your body dialed in to the environment. You've got to equalize. It's the same thing when you're going from zero to, hey, I have to take this shit seriously. And for some people, and I'm being totally real, for some people, the necessary first step is simply going to the store and buying a pair of trainers. That's it. I'm dead fucking serious. Be like, that's ridiculous. What do you mean? No. Step number one, go and buy some trainers if you don't have any. Go and buy some shorts and a shirt that you're gonna train in. Be intentional about it. Just like you have clothing for work, clothing for parties, clothing for doing chores around the house, clothing for doing work in your garage, stuff that can get dirty. You need a set of clothes, multiple ideally, that you're going to dedicate to only wearing when you train. Step number one, get the clothes. Maybe you already have clothes that you're saying, okay, I'm going to use this for training. Good. Step number one, lay it out. Put it on, see how it feels. That's it, day one, done, accomplished, win, fuck yes. Day two, put on the fucking clothes, do some light movement, go for a walk around the block, fuck yeah. Oh yes, I'm fucking on this shit. Ha. Day three, put it on, do a little bit more, go for around the block 2 times. Day three, 3 laps, more movement. Maybe you're at 30 minutes of time now. Ramp it up to an hour. Go find a gym at that point. Hey, it's been a few weeks, been 3 weeks of moving my body every day. I feel fucking great. I don't feel fucked up because I went for a 10K run, having never run before. I almost died. My heart was exploding and my brain was melting. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. Your body's like rejecting all of it. Take it slow. Take it absurdly slow. So slow that you're like, this is dumb. But it isn't. Because when you look at time in chunks of years, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months of forward intentional momentum, movement, getting your body acclimated, getting your body warmed up for the decades to come, that's intentional living. That's having a vision for the future. Understand, this is not a quick process. You can inject yourself with all kinds of shit and make faster progress only to regress when you're in your 50s and 60s. And I'm not just talking about getting testosterone therapy or whatever, like, you know? You're better off taking twice as long to get somewhere and having every limb, every neuron, every fucking cell in your body celebrating with you than fucking disaster, okay? Not everybody that has a six-pack is healthy, okay? It's like, just because you have visible abs does not mean you're healthy. In fact, I would debate that professional bodybuilders, people who are primarily focused on aesthetics, are some of the most unhealthy people on earth. Just because they have a low body fat percentage and visible abs and whatever does not actually mean that they are healthy people. They're doing it to sculpt their physique into a position that will set them up to win at competition. That is their primary objective. It's not about overall health and wellness. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you're a fan of bodybuilding and you think it's healthy, it really isn't. I'm not saying that it isn't possible to be a natural bodybuilder and to be healthy, of course. And this is not about bodybuilding, this is about vitality. Vitality is the umbrella to, it's like beyond health and wellness. It is the high level org that is responsible for all of the subcategories of what makes up health and wellness and well-being. You want to create this vitality within you. And it means consistency. It means doing the right thing more times than not. Of course you can go and eat whatever you want. And yes, if you're very active, you will burn it all off. You know, weight loss, conceptually, could not be more basic. Calories in, calories out. And at the end of the day, it kind of doesn't matter if you're eating an all sugar diet, all fat diet, or all carbohydrate diet, or a balance of whatever. You will lose weight if you burn more calories than you consume, on average. It's a scientific fact. There's no debating it. That is the way this shit works. Now, if we're looking at health, if we're looking at multiple outcomes, then we must consider what it is that we're using as our fuel source. This is a kind of second level to greater clarity with regards to what is going to move our energy up or deplete our energy and suppress it. Understanding how carbohydrates fuel our intense training sessions, the need for adequate protein intake to sustain our muscle and ideally grow it. How to leverage clean, healthy fats to sustain a different energy source within our body that doesn't fluctuate as much as carbohydrates. When to eat carbs, when not to eat them. Prioritizing protein as a philosophical way of eating. Abstaining from refined sugar because it does not serve your long-term interests. It only serves the croc brain, the kind of like me, that little annoying child that never really leaves us. Or I just want another drink, or I want the candy now, like some fucking child who's not really in control of their faculties. Guilty! Right? We've all been there. We've all had one too many pieces of cake or one too many drinks, or, you know, it's like whatever, one too many pieces of candy, whatever the fuck. It's like, I get it. It's hard sometimes to be focused enough to understand that your actions in the present moment are what is going to move you forward in our next moment. Think about this. The way you feel now, in this moment, as you're watching this, is simply a reflection of the past 3 days of sleep, movement, and nutrition. How do you feel now, in this moment? Do you feel energized? Do you feel depleted? Do you feel drained? Do you feel appropriately tired? I don't know when you're watching this. Could be at middle of the night, at different time zones, whatever, you know? Like, I have no idea. But the point is that you are a reflection of the past 3 days. How you ate, how you slept, how you moved your body. The quality of the relationships that you've held in that time. All of it. It takes time for your body to digest, to process. The mitochondria that is happening inside of you, all doing its thing. Your gut microbiome. So much activity is happening, and it's not an instant thing. Now, you may eat something and then feel the benefits of it or the negative aspects of it pretty quickly, but it's not like that goes in your system and out of your system right away. It takes time. It leaches into every cell of your body. It's a process. So setting yourself up for success with intention is a big part of you being successful or not, with a long-term vision for where you're looking to go. So let's just talk about nutrition quickly, because we have about 11 minutes or so left. I just try to keep everything about an hour. So the thing I want to focus on is like multifaceted. And I'm going to lay it out in a few different scenarios. One is that you are fully committed to reinventing yourself and you're like, let's fucking go, Eric. Lay it out. Give me the plan, the foolproof plan that I can just implement and just do whatever I need to do. and it's going to work. So there's two things, right? One is depending on your work schedule. If you work at an office or wherever, like outside of your house, you have two options. You have option one is you prepare food for the day with you, which is going to be for sure the cleanest option. It takes a little bit more effort, a little bit more time, a little bit more planning, but it's totally feasible. There are plenty of people that do it. You may not be eating warm food every day, but that's just the nature of it, and you can plan accordingly. Or if you are consistently going to the same general area and it's not possible for you to bring food with you for one reason or another, or just simply by choice, which is totally cool, then you need to do a little research on where you can go eat that's going to adhere to your standards moving forward. And then it's not good enough just to find a couple of restaurants that you think are good, but then to get clarity on what it is that you're going to be eating on a regular basis, right? We want to optimize the process so that your body gets acclimated to certain types of foods and macronutrients. It's not like the healthiest option, and there's plenty of garbage food there, but there are a few chains in the United States and around the world, I'm not so familiar with around the world, but in the US, that can provide you with some kind of level of efficiency, cost, and relatively clean food. It's a matter of figuring out what's going to work for you and your budget, your time constraints, how far it is from where you need to go. But the point is to do the research, open Google Maps, look at where you work, and draw a circle around that's reasonable for you to walk. I'm going to say a 12-minute walk is not a big deal. In fact, I would say a 15-minute walk would be more ideal in terms of the radius, because it's 15 minutes there, you eat, 15 minutes back. There's nothing better for your digestive system than for you to move your body after you eat. Just a light walk. So not only are you looking to prime your body for food, because you're walking there, it's already time for you to be eating because you're hungry, and then you're mindful about where you're going, what you're eating, not overeating as well. That's a really important thing. You don't want to ever feel full. You just want to be eating enough to satiate your body, to cut the hunger, but not to overeat, not to overindulge. And I promise you, if your objective is to lose weight, if you prioritize protein and you reduce your fats and carbohydrates slightly, and you stop eating well before you think you're full, and you consistently do that over time, and you are consistently moving your body, 100% you will be less fat than you were when you started this project. Guaranteed. Now, there are tools that you can leverage to ensure that you stay on track by using apps and things like that. There's one called Macro Factor. I'm not affiliated, but it's great. I use it. And their AI feature works super well. You can use other apps like MyFitnessPal and whatever. Just go to the App Store and type in macro calculator. But Macro Factor is fantastic. Super easy to use, and the AI feature works well, as well as the description feature. And you're at a restaurant, you take a picture of it, it's more or less okay. Don't worry about all the nitty-gritty details, because it doesn't fucking matter for our purposes. We're just looking for a mechanism to keep us accountable. That's it. Make it stupid simple. Make it easy. Make it so easy there is no way you're not going to be able to do the thing. Don't eat fucking dessert. You haven't demonstrated to this point that those extra calories are required for your bodily function, right? We're looking at calories in, calories out. Then you have the movement walk back to your office. You're gonna be pumped up when you get back to work. You'll be like fucking supercharged up. People are be like, hey, have you seen Barbara or Jim? Fuck, man, they're on fire. I'm like, yeah, they got a coach. They know what's up. If you can prepare food and bring it to your place of work, that's next level, right? Because you've sourced the ingredients, you prepared your food, you get a little cooler. I mean, you can get it super dialed in, right? Like little bento box style, whatever. And the technology that exists today is just next level.